B.
Hi.
Thanks for agreeing to have this interview with me about your creativity. Can you start by just introducing yourself with your name and where you're from?
Yeah, I'm B. I'm from Massachusetts, but I live in New York City.
Excellent. And what is your or are your creative disciplines?
I do visual art, I do illustrations and collage, and I am primarily a writer, and I also do some choreography.
Beautiful. Tell me, do you have what is your process with your creativity?
It's fairly sporadic. I kind of just write when I have bursts of inspirations. My visual art I have been reconnecting to. I really like just waking up and starting to do my art. But I also write like late at night sometimes. I do have I used to have a creative process journal where I would write about my poetry process and like stories I want to write. So I find journaling about the projects I'm working on is helpful.
And do you have a routine for your creative work?
Not currently. While I've been here at this residency, I've had a routine where I just like work throughout the day. But at home, it's just like, as I said, I'm fairly sporadic. I just kind of work when I'm inspired. I do want to create more of a routine when I get back home because I found it to be helpful while I'm here.
And who or what or where is your creative inspiration?
I definitely have a lot of authors that inspire me. For poetry, I like Erica Doyle and Jenny C. They both do long form poetry, and
Let's do the cat.
yeah, a lot of the writers that I read from, Jenny Haval, who wrote Paradise Raw, is like a big inspiration for my novel. Yeah, I'm constantly reading, and just the other books I'm reading are inspiration for my work. And then also my friends, sometimes partners, like are usually also artists, so reading their work and like getting feedback from them is a big inspiration. I think just being around other artists is like a big inspiration, and also nature. Yeah.
If you were to meet someone who was just at the beginning of their creative life, what pearl or pearls of wisdom would you want to pass on to them?
I think I would tell them that in order to make art a career, you still like don't have to take it seriously, like still to have fun and have a sense of play with your work, but also having that play with a sense of discipline of like carving out time in your life to work on those skills is a good mix. I'd also say try to be gentle with yourself and don't be afraid to be a beginner, because sometimes when I'm starting a new art medium, I don't want to be a beginner and then I just give up. But then I have to go back and be like, it's okay to just start at the beginning and not be good at something right at the start.
I love that. Is there anything else that you would want to share with other creatives?
I don't know. I think just that if you just try to try to value your imagination, like value daydreams and dreaming at night and conversations you have with other people, like that's really where you can draw the source for your creativity. So,
And do you capture your daydreams or dreams?
mostly just taking time to like listen to music and close your eyes and like get into immersive daydreaming. And you can write about it in your journal, or like if you have an idea for like a fiction piece, you know.
Thanks so much, B.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.